welcome back once again to our WHEI TV10's presentation of the Berg halftime show here on Football Saturday. I'm Jimmy Flint. I have Scott Carpenter here to my left. How are you, Scott?
Doing good. It's good to be here at the MCC.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We have all kinds of fun stuff here. Just a lot of highlights to show because of so much offense, as Scott said.
A big factor for Heidelberg offense. They're coming in 5th nationally ranked with 53.3 points per game. That's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, being top 5 offensively in the nation is pretty good. And let's go ahead and we'll show the first highlight here to get started. The first play we have to show here is going to be an interception by Heidelberg in the first quarter, if we have that. Yeah, we do. Okay, so this is first half. They're down in the red zone. Wilmington was, and tipped ball intercepted by number 12, Larry Massey. Great play by him there.
And that sets up our first Heidelberg touchdown. Derek Hugg on the 26-yard touchdown reception. Great pass by Meese as well.
Right, and that moves on to our next highlight. This is another Heidelberg touchdown. As you'll see, Dante Dye coming across the middle, running after the catch. That's a 30-yard touchdown reception. Meese to Dante Dye.
I'll tell you what, offenses, they're coming out strong every game.
No, absolutely. This is a fast-starting team. 79-3 in the first quarter this year.
Cartel Brooks, his yards after contact is incredible, and here's another run in which it looked like it was going to be a 2-yard play at most. He runs around. Anytime you give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yeah.
Deep run, setting up another touchdown.
Yeah, that'll set up Brooks from 2 yards out, and he's going to score on that one. So Cartel Brooks looking very impressive in the first half. We'll have statistics after the highlights.
He's definitely running the ball well out there.
No, absolutely. So, and that should lead us into another Michael Meese touchdown.
Pass Meese throws to Kapelka, excuse me, and that is his first touchdown reception of his career here at Heidelberg, so congratulations to Aaron Kapelka.
As a senior, too. Next play here, look at Dante Dye just go up top and make a redonkulous catch, and that's going to set up this next highlight, which Michael Meese throws to, again, guess who? Dante Dye.
There you go.
And you'll see it here.
Great athleticism shown today by Dye. Helped Heidelberg out tremendously.
And actually, Coach Hallett said at OAC Media Day before the season, Dye is the fastest player that he's ever coached.
So that is what made the game 28-0, or rather 35-0 for Heidelberg. Wilmington, however, did get themselves on the board. Earhart having a nice pass, kind of a little dump pass, open field to run with all day for Jeremy Duncan, and that's the Wilmington's first touchdown of the game, put them on the board. They went on to miss the extra point, leading it to be 35-6.
Right, and this highlight here, when it's 35-6 here in the second quarter, 7:10 to go. John Sandwich showing that he can run and throw, as he's going to run in for a touchdown here. And since that run, he's also thrown 2 more touchdowns, and we'll talk about that once we get to the analysis portion.
And again, we see them punishing the left side.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the strength. You got Big Q, Quentin Rembert over there on the left side of the line, and you've got a lot of talent there on that left side of the offensive line. So that's been a theme pretty much every game, been able to run left very well. So what are some of the other themes that you're seeing develop here in the first half?
Cartel Brooks has, again, if you give him an inch, he's going to take the whole football field away from you. As we saw the highlight there, it looked like he was only going to get a couple yards out of it.
Right.
Ends up taking it down for about a 40-50 yard run.
Yeah, Cartel's having quite a first half, 13 carries for 84 yards. That's 6.5 yards per carry, which actually is below his season average. Last week against Ohio Northern, he averaged 10.9 a carry. Mm-hmm. So this, obviously, I think Cartel has to be considered for player of the year in Division III. If you check out d3football.com, it's kind of the equivalent to the Heisman in D3.
Absolutely. One of the most impressive things about Cartel is how many yards he's getting after contact. Mm-hmm. He's not going down easily out there. Wilmington, not a bad tackling team.
Sure.
And he's not going down easy, going for more yards after contact, and that's what you need out of your running back. But again, we can't go with the defense going unnoticed. The Heidelberg defense has been incredible. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I tried to mention this during the highlights. Heidelberg always a fast starting team. Last year, they outscored opponents 133-13 in the first quarter. This year, 79-3. So they've only given up a field goal in the first quarter so far this season. So pretty impressive stuff right there. But we want to thank you for tuning in today to WHEI TV10's halftime show. We still got a few minutes left and plenty to talk about here as we get ready to go back down to the field. So I'm going to just go ahead and send it to Scott. Scott, give us some overall stats here from the first half.
The overall stats? All right, let's see here. What do we got here?
Yeah, go ahead. Probably.
All right, we have Wilmington has 10 first downs compared to the 20 for Heidelberg. Rushing yards, as we talked about earlier, 117 rushing yards for Heidelberg already. Definitely a big factor in their offense, as we talked about Brooks already. Wilmington only passing for 191 yards versus the 346 of Heidelberg. 3 to 86 on penalties for Heidelberg coming into the game. Impressive stat-wise, got to give the Coach Hallett has done his job.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely great to bring in this Wilmington team, and they know exactly how to find weaknesses of their opponents, and they're exposing them every time they take the field.
Sure. I want to make a special shout out to John Sandwich. Can you give us the stats on him? He's the backup quarterback. You know, you always have to have your backup quarterback ready. You know, in case Michael Meese goes down, you want to have him to go. And he's kind of a dual threat guy. He can run, he can also throw. Can you give us the stat line for Sandwich?
Sandwich, yeah, he's got 1 touchdown of the day, long 18-yard run. He's got 34 yards on the ground. So he's having a solid game. Sandwich also, you talked about, so diverse.
Absolutely.
Can go out there and make a catch, can run hard. He knows what he's doing out there today.
Yeah, he's what you call an athlete at the quarterback spot. He is 4 of 6 passing as well, including 2 touchdown passes, I believe. And that's only in the first half. We'll see a lot of John Sandwich in the second half. So, all right, Scott, we've only got a couple of minutes left in the halftime show. Is there anything else that you're seeing or anything that you want to kind of talk about?
A big factor, I think, too, Meese. Can't go undetected how Meese is playing. And I think a big portion of how Meese is playing so well is the offensive line. Wilmington is not getting to Meese, giving Meese all day to throw, all day to see his plays work out. We've seen a couple slant routes down the middle that he waited till well so his receiver got out to the field to throw. Yeah. And that he got to credit his O-line for that, saving him. It's always better when your quarterback doesn't get hit.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Meese has basically had all the time in the world on a lot of his passing attempts. And can you read us like what his stat line is there?
Yeah, Meese. Let's see. Passing, Michael Meese is got 230 yards pass, 231 yards passing with 4 touchdowns. For a 48-yard pass was his longest as well.
Yeah, when you think about that, that's pretty good for a full game. He's done that in 1 half, and we're here right now, live at Mayer Field. Heidelberg leading 56-6. About under a minute left, and we're going to go back. So, Scott, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And this is, a lot of fun here doing our Berg halftime show. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. WHEI TV 10's presentation of the Heidelberg halftime show. Make sure and enjoy the second half of our broadcast. And before we go, last thing, how many points do you think Heidelberg puts up at the end of the day today?
I'm going to go with they're going to run the ball on the ground a lot. I think they're going to relieve Meese of the work he's doing. I'm going to go with we'll get 70 points on the board.
Okay, 70 points. I'm going to say, did you see the Ohio State game last weekend? They put up 76.
76, okay.
I'm going to say 76, the magic number here in Ohio, and Heidelberg's going to finish up with 76. And, hopefully the main thing is we see a lot of the young guys getting a chance.
Yep.
But that's going to wrap us up. Scott, once again, thank you very much. We're going to send it back down to the field. Thank you for watching. I'm Jimmy Flint for Scott Carpenter. We'll see you next time.